How's it going, friends, and welcome back to another Battlefield 4 weapon review. Today we're going to take a look at another one of the assault rifles, with today's feature being the CZ-805. This weapon's a pretty good all-rounder, and it's a good alternative if you want to set aside your M416 and try out some of the other weapons in the game. So let's get started with this review and take a look at some of the stats and features of the CZ-805. So damage ratings are the usual for the assault rifles, weighing in at 25 and dropping off to 18, and that all equates to the typical 4.26 shot to kill profile. At 700 rounds per minute, its fire rate is slightly behind the M416, but it's on par with another competitive assault rifle, the AUG-A3. While it is slightly behind the M416, it's still pretty much middle of the road, and it's a nice balance between sheer firepower output and the ability to conserve your ammo and keep that recoil under control. Talking about recoil, the actual profile isn't too bad for this weapon. It's got a very low upward kick value, but it does tend to drift off to the right under any prolonged fire. This means that the compensator might be a worthwhile attachment to tame that side-to-side recoil. Obviously, side-to-side recoil is the most difficult to control, whereas vertical recoil can be easily controlled by burst firing or pulling down slightly on your thumbstick or mouse while shooting. But having that slightly slower rate of fire means you can keep that recoil in check by simply feathering that trigger in order to only fire off a few shots at a time, and under controlled burst firing you will find that you can quite easily land your hits at medium to long ranges. Attachments such as the angled grip really do make a huge difference to this weapon too. With it having a slow rate of fire, it means you can make the most of that reduced first shot recoil by gently firing out just 1 or 2 shots at a time. And to finish off its stats, this weapon also weighs in with the full 30 round mag size and clocks in with a reload time of 2.3 seconds or 2.9 seconds from totally empty. This reload time is again pretty average for the assault rifles. It's not quite the fastest, but it's by no means as slow as some of those bullpup rifles. So whereas with a lot of weapons that are featured as part of this review series, you do tend to find that some of them are quite bipolar. You often start off with some great stats, but then you find some crappy features which kind of balances them out. But in the case of the CZ-805, it's quite an average rifle all round. There's nothing that really stands out about it, but there's also nothing that really holds it back. This means it's quite a versatile weapon that can see you through any engagement at close to medium to long range, unlike some of the other weapons which might have, say, a super fast fire rate which makes them great at close range, but that increased recoil makes it difficult to take out targets at long range. It would be nice if it had a slightly faster reload time. 2.3 seconds is okay, but you do find that 2.9 seconds from totally empty a little bit lethargic, especially when your character has to pull back that charging handle. There was times when I thought my character had reloaded and I sprung out from behind cover, only to find that the reload animation wasn't yet complete and I couldn't open fire. I don't think this weapon's quite as competitive as the M416. That weapon has slightly lower recoil, a slightly faster fire rate and a slightly faster reload time, which obviously makes it a better all-round choice. But if you're looking to mix things up and you want to try out a few different weapons from the assault rifle category, then the CZ-805 is definitely one to try out. So with all this in mind, my overall rating for the CZ-805 in Battlefield 4 is a 4 out of 5. Like I mentioned, I think if it had that slightly faster reload time and maybe slightly less sideways recoil, it would have got the full 5 out of 5. But as it stands, while it is quite a versatile weapon, there are better options if you're in try-hard mode. But let me know your thoughts on the CZ-805 down in the comments. Do you agree with my rating, and what would you change about this weapon's stats? If you want to check out any of my previous reviews on weapons such as the M416, then don't forget to check out the link in the description to the full playlist. If you're new to my videos, don't forget you can always hit that subscribe button to stick around for all my upcoming Battlefield 4 content. I'm also pretty active on my Twitter and Facebook accounts, so you can always come and say hello and chat about anything Battlefield related. Otherwise, thanks for watching, I'll catch you all later.